You know, when I first saw this episode of the Night Gallery, I thought it was very simplistic, from A to B to C to D in relation to the plot. But on multiple viewings, there's a lot going on here that maybe a lot of what they call casual fans of Night Gallery don't catch. But we're going to talk about it here, and we're going to be quoting as well from our great creator of a blog on Night Gallery called davidjewell.wordpress.com. Now, today the episode we're talking about is literally, it gives it away, the plot away of the show in the title, A Fear of Spiders. Now, this was Season 2, Episode 4, aired October 6, 1971. It was teleplay was written by Rod Serling, based on The Spider by Elizabeth Walter. Now, the great actor-director John Astin was called in to direct the episode, does a great job. The great British actor Patrick O'Neill plays the lead, Justice Walters, and the great method actress Kim Stanley is the failed paramour of the piece who drives the plot. Now, there's only three actors in the whole show. Tom Petty plays the super who has a small part in kind of driving the plot forward. Now, in this episode, O'Neill plays Justice Walters, a food critic who wishes to be left alone. He's trying to finish some articles before deadline, and he gets a phone call from his upstairs neighbor, who may have been a previous girlfriend that he may have sexual relations with, Elizabeth Croft. Now, to her, he's very abrupt. He says, "Leave me in peace." Undeterred, she comes down and rings his doorbell. Might have been a booty call, we don't know. They had a few dinner dates, but he's no longer interested, and he dismisses her even more rudely and cruelly than on the phone, slamming the door on her. From outside the door, she says she prays that someday he'll be helpless and need someone. And she's dressed in an outfit that resembles the colorization or the presentation of a spider. Keep that in mind. Now, when she trips and falls on her way up the stairs, he opens the door to a request for help. He smirks and slams the door once more. Not the world's nicest guy. Keep that in mind. Now, back inside the apartment, he goes into the kitchen and sees a fairly large spider in the sink. He flushes it down, but you can see a crack in his tough guy demeanor as the presence of the spider has shaken him. We found out quickly he's deathly afraid of spiders. Now, going back to the typewriter, he hears a drip and returns to the kitchen and sees a spider crawling out of the drain, this one larger than the one previously seen. He flushes this one down as well after some battling by the spider at the edge of the drain. Now, this was not intended. According to published reports, the spider of the piece didn't get the script, and it was coming out at its own accord. So here we go. Now, you wonder why he had the confrontation with her. She's dressed like a spider, and these spiders show up. Coincidence, I wonder. That's what the speculation has been through the years. Now, when the building super arrives, responding to Justice's previous call about thermostat issues, he basically says, I'm here to fix the drain. But Justice then takes an opportunity to complain about the spiders, admitting that he's deathly afraid of them, and his super someone mocks him, similar to how he mocked his former girlfriend. Now, when the super, basically tuts him and leaves, Justice hears a screeching noise coming from the bedroom. You can imagine what he finds when he opens inside. He opens it and sees a gigantic spider on his bed. Now, he returns to the super, saying, there's a big spider in my bed, but he says he has no interest in investigating a spider the size of a dog, as described by Justice. Now, the critic swallows his pride and decides to seek out help for the only person interested in his welfare, Our Lady upstairs. Now, he has a couple of drinks with Elizabeth and confesses to her to his fear of spiders. She eventually laughs and cackles when she hears the description of what's in his bedroom, because I think she's been there before. She's read many books and has never found a description of so large a spider anywhere in literature. He wants to call the police, and she says they'll call Bellevue. Now, finishing his drink, she asks him to leave, and he practically begs her to accompany him. They enter his apartment, she first, but no spiders. Now, he asks her to check his bedroom. She looks in and says it's empty. She leads him by the hand to his room, pulls the door shut, and locks him in. It's not clear whether or not she saw the giant spider. She laughs. He panics. She tells the woman need a little kindness, a little love, and says she'll let him out at breakfast. He hears squeaking, becomes hysterical, shouting, "It's in here." Outside his room, Elizabeth looks nonplussed. Within here, a thud against the door, and our play is at its end. Now, did she set it up with the spider? Because she's dressed like a spider. Was she a part-time conjurer or witch? Well, that's a speculation through the years by some in the camp. Or did she basically think he was hallucinating? Because when people are afraid of spiders, they see them bigger from what they are. Now, irrational fears of spiders is nothing new. You look at tarantulas or big ones. Some spiders are, not say venomous, but poisonous. But I think the writer basically had a tinge of guilt the way he treated her, and maybe his emotions are, taking over. Or whoever was controlling his universe said, okay, you're going to put down this woman who once cared for you and you share time with. You're going to pay for it. Like I said, Night Gallery episodes are written by Rod Serling. There's an aspect of spiritual revenge that's quite often. But it's kind of weird because Kim Stanley, big method actress, she can act with anybody. And she kind of carries the episode a little bit because, you see these women from time to time. Beautiful women when they're younger, beautiful when they're older, but they have a little bit of more of a weight to them, and there's a desperate sexuality about them, and that's how she plays it. No offense to these type of women, there's men like that too. They're desperate for attention, desperate to be, cared for or made love to or whatever. And I think the Kim Stanley character is the spider. Analyze that. I just give away the plot. Have a good day, ladies and gentlemen, and don't forget, if you like what we're doing here with a Night Gallery podcast, give us a like, comment, or subscribe. Have a good one. Bye.